That's
farmer, friend, singer-songwriter, Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're those Tastebudguys.
Mike Splitter. Mike Skullsplitter.
I thought that was going to be it.
No.
Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us one more time. We're the two guys that's wearing the same clothes he was earlier in the week.
Yeah. Haven't watched anything.
No wardrobe change for us.
Just been living down on the
All
studio.
people that say tequila make your clothes fall off.
We tried. We tried.
Liars.
We tried.
Our clothes stayed right on. Just moved right into whiskey. All right. I'm Chris. That's Lyal. We're those Tastebudguys, and yeah, we're doing. I guess I get to do on this one, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of doing the thing. So first of all, you know what? You do the Hochatown thing, and you can say it wrong, and I'll take the minute.
Go check out our friends at Hochatown Distilling down in Oklahoma. What'd we say? Oh, they're in Hochatown. That's right. They're in Hochatown, Oklahoma.
Technically, it says Broken Bow.
Is it Broken Bow?
I don't think Hochatown.
It's house. Hochatown's a thing, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Quit messing up my thing. Hochatown is a delicious, delicious distilling company. They are kind enough to grab us some bottles every now and then. And we also have a new vodka from them, which I hate vodka. I like that vodka.
Well, that's one of like two for me. So saying.
Check them out.
So, not to diminish the Hochatown thing, but I was going through Missouri the other day, and I'm always going through Missouri somewhere, it seems like, but I was up north. I was coming back and going through a little town called Higbee, Missouri. Higbee. And I was driving past this building, and as I went past, I was like, I thought, man, at first it was like one of them axe throwing places, looked all Viking on the sign and stuff, and I was like, what did that say? And I popped out my phone, and I was like, I think that said winery. And I got my phone, and I looked on Google there, and it was like, winery and distillery. Turned around, went back, it's 3:15, it's like they close at 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm running for a minute and check them out. Went in there, started talking to this feller, and guys, if you are in Higbee, Missouri, Boonville, Missouri, anything in that area, and you can go by Skullsplitter Distillery or Cooper Oak Winery, it's kind of the same building. Oh my gosh, do you ever need to, especially if you like antique tools to go along with your drink. Very, very cool stuff. Stood and talked to this fella for a long time.
Yeah.
And he took me on a tour of all of his antique tools from like the 1800s and stuff he had. As a matter of fact, he gave us a light for the studio. Which, or something.
I remember getting several snaps from that day from you.
Took me back to his pond, showed me his catfish he was feeding. And before we left, we tried all of his drinks and his wine and stuff. Well, he sent me home with several things for the show. We drank the wine at the house. And then he sent us home with this whiskey and a moonshine. Now, I specifically requested the moonshine because I had it when I was there, and he had some stuff that didn't have labels on it yet, and it was so good. Mm-hmm. So, have had this before, but just so you know, these was given to us. They were super nice, super kind, and I hung out there even though they closed at 4 o'clock. It was like 5:30 when I finally left there, and we thought we would go ahead and give them a little bit of review. I'll just tell you right now, I've had it. It's pretty good stuff. Just mostly talking about the notes as usual, but us, we didn't like it. I'd say we didn't like it, but I also probably wouldn't ask for it. So here we are.
Boy, the nose is
Let me get
spicy.
This one shows up. I'm gonna do this one.
Spicy sawdust, kind of.
That.
Yeah.
Is it going? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that anymore. My elbow is killing me.
Oh, there.
No, yours working it. Yeah. Yeah. That hurts.
Spicy sawdust.
So the wood flavors is one of the things I remember the most out of it was how strong the wood come through. And by the way, their background was as a cooperage. They made barrels and then sold out and started a distillery and a winery. So the wood making process is very important.
Didn't you say blue from our friend from Ho Chi Town was just up there.
He was just up there sorting around some whiskey. I think they was trying to work out some barrel situation of some sort.
Yeah.
He doesn't have barrels anymore, so I think he was just in a conversation about them.
There's like I want to say cherry, but I feel like cherry's kind of a cop-out. There's a high, kind of sharp fruit note.
Okay, so I didn't go with the cherry note in there. I was actually focusing on, I get more of the lemon honey notes coming through. I guess I'm looking at the low end. That's not the wood part.
Yeah.
As you said, the wood, the sawdust is there, but I get a lot more the garden variety flavors, the floral stuff, and the, like I say, the lemon, the honey, the citrus notes
I get
are
that
in there.
I got that on the top end of the glass, but when you tip it down, it's like I think it's just the maraschino cherry and not the good ones. But
I go more towards a grain note. I don't get the cherry quite as much, I guess.
some kind of fruit. I don't know. Maybe it's a grape situation. I don't know. Who knows?
So for me, aside from it being very bold, very flavor forward, and I don't mean that in the hot way. I mean, the heat comes along the sides a little bit, but doesn't like hit me right square in the middle of the face with it. But it tastes nice and sweet. And the honey notes that I smell in it really come out in the flavor for me. And it's almost like honey eucalyptus type tea. Really nice and flavor forward. Very smooth, very, very drinkable. I think this is a pretty approachable whiskey. Really, to me, because it doesn't have those really punchy, slap you around high alcohol notes.
Okay, I'll give you that. Approachable.
Also, I guess to whatever you're getting at the point. Go ahead.
Oh, so I don't think it's super approachable.
Okay.
But I do love it.
Why is it not approachable?
I think it's really hot, but not alcohol hot, just spicy. It's a little
No, it's spicy.
spicy hot.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, it is a bold whiskey, which I say it's not approachable if you don't like whiskey.
You know what? That's why. Right there. Oops, come on, focus, you stupid camera. Oh, come on. Is it going to focus or not? Lyal. You tried. It's not going to focus for me. Okay, that's probably why right there. But
Maybe.
it ain't going to focus for you either, is it?
It's not.
Oh, I hate these cameras that just make you look like
Oh, there you go. Hey, we got one.
they just make you look like a jackass.
I think most people edit that stuff out. I think that's the kicker.
We don't. You know, you're getting to see every bit of us struggle through that. Whiskey's not for wimps.
So let me expound upon that, because I also had mentioned the cherry, maraschino cherry note,
That I wasn't getting.
which I don't like maraschino cherries. I mean, I like the real ones. I don't like those like candy red ones. Those jewels and blah, whatever. But I do actually like the scent of them. You know, I like the idea of it. That
I've
follows
seen that movie.
that. Says the scent of a woman. Someone.
Such for cherry. Yeah.
The scent of a cherry. Yeah. That follows through in the tasting for me. But I like it. It's enjoyable. This whiskey is right up my alley of things that I like. I like big, bold whiskeys. But I think if you don't like big, bold flavors, this is probably not gonna do. If you're somebody
That is interesting because it's not so hot forward the second it touches your tongue, wants to like whip your ass. I don't get that off of it. I get all the big stuff on the back end, on the sides of your tongue, and it's there, but it's so floral and perfumey to me, even with the spice. For me, I think I would serve this to somebody. Now, I mean, depending on what they told me,
I think
I would definitely say, let me try something with you and try to break them in with this one, because it's a lot of the wood notes I think it's coming through.
I think you're absolutely right. I think this is a whiskey for people who don't typically like or don't lean towards traditional Kentucky straight bourbons, like that are thinner, that are sort of, like you said, alcohol heavy at times on the nose. Just pretty tasty stuff, really.
Doesn't say it was made with natural flavoring. So
it does not.
I think this is all real stuff.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. I just think
I think it's really good.
This is somebody who likes Islay Scotches but doesn't like whiskey. This is going to be a whiskey they like.
Oh, no, I think if you're a Scotch lover, you're going to think this is a good stuff.
Unless you like Highland Scotches and you don't like the big smoky, bold notes.
It's true.
So I'm just saying, it's definitely...
If you like Irish whiskey, this might not be a thing. If
when it says whiskey,
Texas whiskey, you should try it.
Yes, Texas whiskey.
Texas
whiskey. Whiskey not for wimps is perfect for it. That's absolutely what this is.
They super cool place all the way around. Yeah, let's talk about this one real quick. Maybe even take a snortful. So they have some moonshine down. A couple different proofs. I got their highest proof one because I thought it was better than the lower proof one.
I hate labeled moonshine. I hate bottled and sold moonshine. It's
There's an asterisk by that.
Just because I'm standing.
Two of them.
Just because I'm standing with it.
There's an asterisk holding it. No. We talked about Tall Pines here a while back, and that was one of the moonshines we loved and still love.
Oh yeah,
really good stuff. This now makes number 2,
which is shocking. We've had 2 good bottled moonshines,
both from Missouri.
After 5 years, they've
been like within a few weeks of each other,
and just a handful of miles from us.
Tall Pines is down in Pineville, down in the corner of the state, and Higbee's right square in the middle of the state, up above.
Yeah. But it's not like coming from Virginia.
So when I talked to him, though, the thing, and I noticed it isn't in this bottle as much. He had an unlabeled bottle there we was passing back and forth, and the notes on the nose on it kind of scared me because it was like a really funky grain note that just come through. It almost smelled like, oh my gosh, this went bad. It was very, very strong and like this twisted, weird note in it. I've used the word twisted like 3 times in the last 30 minutes. It's weird. But the flavor was fantastic. So, they gave us this bottle here to try out. Actually, I should tell you what happened. I told him I was going to buy a bottle from him, and I went to go buy it, and the credit card machine wouldn't work. And so I gave him all the cash I had on hand, and he said, it's good enough. And it was like half the price of what he's supposed to charge me. So, anyways, disclaimer there. Good. He didn't give us this bottle, though. And anyhow, I love that, but I noticed when we opened this one just a minute ago and I had Lyal try it.
You warned me. You're like, the smell is pretty funky, but it tastes delicious. And I opened it, and it smells. Well, I said
there. It smells like
moldy bread. I said sort of a bread pudding that'd been sitting out for a while. You had the perfect tasting note, I think. You want to tell them what that is? Because this is one of those things that if you've been around it, you know this smell immediately.
Have you ever been feeding cows, feeding whatever, and you've stored grain, and down the corner of your bucket or your old feed bunk or whatever, you've had a little bit of that grain get wet and stay there, and maybe start to mildew or mold? You get that smell out of it. And that's what I thought it was going to smell like. This does not. This one actually just has a little bit of light grain smell to it.
See, I get that a little bit.
Oh, but it was nothing like that bottle I had.
You said it was really
jar. It was overkill down there. It scared me. Down there, it scared me. I was like, I don't know if I want to like this. This one is so good. It's 130 proof, and it is so freaking good.
Yeah.
So all that being said, if you guys are over in Missouri, especially around the central part, there's a couple different distilleries you want to hit. I'm going to tell you again, go check out our friends over at Wood Hat Distilling, right down the road, not too far away. Love that place as far as Missouri whiskeys go. You got to check them out. Obviously, we love our friends over in Oklahoma at Ho Chi Town Distilling. There's so many good places popping up around us to drink from. We just want you to try it all. But today, it's all going to be about Skullsplitter. Yeah. And we highly encourage you to check them out. Don't worry. Take your girlfriend. Take your wife. They have wine as well. If she doesn't like to drink whiskey, they make wine. A lot of fruit wine. It's pretty dang good wine. I took a jar. It comes in a jar too. It's country wine. And took a jar of it home, killed that off, and then they also have plenty of beer on location, which they will happily share with you.
And also,
at least they did me.
If your husband doesn't like whiskey, they've got wine. There's no gender things here.
So you don't want me to say there's also real men around there? You don't want me to throw that in?
I'm just saying, I know there's nothing cooler than a whiskey drinking gal. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree. Anyhow, absolutely love this stuff. Hopefully we said some good things to it that makes you guys want to go try it. I would love to know your experiences and your feelings. Please comment down below. Tell us what you think if you've had it. Tell us if you can go over there and get it. I'm not sure how widespread they are. I feel like it's probably not very, but definitely if you get a chance, the whole place is worth going and taking a tour of. It's just a really neat facility, and I can't wait to go back and check them out.
Worth a drive for sure. Until next time.
Whether it's the moonshine you're drinking,
The food you're eating,
clothes you're wearing,
or the people you're meeting,
grab a buddy,
try something new. That's all, folks.
Hey guys, if you also have a speech impediment, just know that all of our proceeds goes to help Lyal get help. That's not true at all, but it does help us both if the YouTube algorithm. If you'll just click on more links down here, go check out all of our social media stuff that we don't do a lot with, but it does help us know that you're watching us. And then, of course, go check out our friends at Ho Chi Town Distilling and tell them we said, hey.
Hello. Cheers.